6:45 in your Sunrise Smart Start. Two breaking scenes here in Rochester. Two homicide cases happening now. We're going to start with a deadly double shooting on the East End that happened early this morning at a bar at East Avenue and Scioto Street. Jatira Marsh live from that scene with updates on that investigation. Jatira.
Brennan, the scene is now clear. The police tape is down. Cars are out of the street, and this is following an incident that took place around 2 a.m. this morning. This is what happened. A fight took place around closing time at Flower City Station Bar here on East Avenue right behind me. During the fight, the suspect pulled out a gun and shot the victim, a man in his 40s who was pronounced dead on the scene. The security guard at the bar tried to intervene and sustained a gunshot wound. He was transported to RGH, and his injury is considered to be non-life-threatening. Police say this is an unfortunate situation for all involved.
The officers at the end of the day or the end of the night are going to be able to go home to their families, and the victims' families aren't going to have their loved one home with them for the holiday today, unfortunately. And again, it's a sad state when people act in a manner such as this and are killing other people. It's just tragedy. It's tragedy for everybody involved.
No suspects or arrests have been yet announced. RPD asks that any information you have regarding this situation, you're asked to call 911. Live downtown, Jatira Marsh, News 8. Brennan, back to you at the studio.
Jatira, thanks. From that scene, police had to rush to another murder investigation. This one at Hudson Avenue and Holland Street happened around 3:30 this morning. Police say it is not related to the deadly double shooting on East Avenue. The Major Crimes Unit will be sending out another update on that victim and potentially more suspects later on today. We, of course, will be following both of these cases breaking this morning, all morning long. More updates coming up at 7:25 when we see you during CBS Mornings and online throughout the day at rochesterfirst.com. We are covering tragic news unfolding in Orleans County. Two people, a pilot and a passenger, killed in a plane crash Sunday. Investigators say the plane, for some reason, suddenly went down in an apple orchard off Town Line Road in Lindenville. The FAA's investigators are already on scene. They arrived around 9 p.m. The cause of that plane crash remains under investigation. More investigations happening. Two Rochester men recovering after a double shooting last night. That was around 5:30 on Thurston Road. The men, both in their 30s, did go to the hospital. Police add no suspects have been arrested. Thurston Road was closed. Right after that happened, it is now back open. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are expressing optimism that they can do enough to sell the budget deal the two made through members of Congress that maybe it can pass and reach the president's desk. The agreement struck between the White House and GOP negotiators came late Saturday night. It would raise the debt limit for the next few years. It would keep non-defense spending roughly at the same levels through 2024. The deal protects social programs like Social Security, Medicaid, and new programs for veterans' medical care. But it would also temporarily put new work requirements in place on some government assistance programs, including food stamps. The Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, is now facing a trial in that state Senate after House members impeached him by an overwhelming bipartisan vote. Paxton is facing 20 articles of impeachment, allegations of bribery, abuse of public trust, and being unfit for office. He denies any wrongdoing. Both former President Donald Trump and Texas Senator Ted Cruz are defending the AG. A Republican-led investigative committee spent many months looking into Paxton over years of scandal. To Italy, where the Grand Canal in Venice turned green all of a sudden. Police are investigating what happened to the water to make it turn that color, and environmental authorities are testing it to figure out what substance would have caused that change. Sunrise traffic here as we are just about 10 minutes to go until 7 o'clock. Everything's still looking okay and quiet out there around the main expressways. Of course, hardly anyone out right now. Everyone making the drive back home this afternoon. We'll have another update on your morning drive if you are headed out somewhere, maybe the parades, other events, in just a little while. President Biden says the federal government is launching a new strategy that he calls the first of its kind to fight anti-Semitism around America. This national campaign is broken up into 4 pillars and will determine what qualifies as anti-Semitism, getting the Department of Justice directly involved in protecting Jewish communities. This has leaders here around Rochester and our community hopeful it will unite the country against normalizing hatred towards their religion.
We're seeing the normalization of anti-Semitic discussions or jokes or comments more and more on school buses and sports fields, in workplaces, in hallways. The fact that there are some people who really don't want to talk about it is a form of normalization. Solidarity and community action really means that the White House is going to be asking everybody to get on board, to not ignore that this is a Jewish problem per se, but that it is everybody's problem. Together, I think we can make a much more secure community where people feel safe to be who they are.
The Department of Education is also running an anti-Semitism awareness campaign. That'll be at schools and campuses for colleges as well. Now, the goal of this will be to make sure that schools are teaching what happened during the Holocaust and making sure students have appreciation for Jewish heritage around the world. New York is one of just 10 states that currently does not allow the sale of wine in grocery stores, but some new legislation in Albany might change that. It's been bounced around for years. It's back again. The National Supermarket Association is among the groups pushing this to expand the sale of the product. It can only be sold right now in liquor stores and wineries. Supporters say adding a wine section to a grocery store will be a convenience for shoppers saying they want it, as well as a boost to the sale in wines grown here in New York. Opponents, though, mainly liquor stores, say it's going to hurt the bottom line.
They allow us to sell beer, so why not wine? What a better way to support your local product than to sell wine?
Big money talks and corporations talk, and it's just like Amazon did to bookstores. I mean, everybody, small business is just going by the wayside, especially in New York.
The legislature has a week and a half left to pass this. That's before the current session ends this summer. In honor of Memorial Day today, the city of Rochester is hosting a parade happening at 10:30 at the intersection of East Avenue and Alexander Street. Victor, Greece, Webster, Fairport also having parades today. In Penfield, there's the annual Memorial Day Ceremony of Remembrance. The footage you see here from previous Memorial Day events. Also today, Rock Covery is hosting a cookout at its outreach center. Food will be served from noon to 1. That event is open to those with at least 48 hours of sobriety. In honor of the late Lieutenant Michael Murphy of the U.S. Navy SEALs, the Memorial Day Murph will be held at Rock Covery Fitness. People there will do a workout routine that has a 1-mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then another 1-mile run at the end in his honor. Another event to know about, the Vietnam Veterans of America group will have its Memorial Day ceremony at 1. That's taking place at Highland Park. That event will honor all the men and women who gave their lives while serving the U.S. in the armed forces. That's just a handful of events happening today. For the rest, please go to our website, rochesterfirst.com. You will see this in our Memorial Day coverage, where you can see the full list of everything happening throughout the community, times, locations to check out before you spend the rest of the holiday with your family and friends.
Let's enjoy the weather today. I just poked my head outside. It's just superb out there. Memorial Day forecast, numbers getting to near 80. There will be a lake breeze bringing those temperatures down along the shoreline. Remember, UV index is up there at about 8, so that is high. You can burn pretty quickly with that. Want to protect the skin.
Yes.
Satellite and radar. Only rain can be found across the Virginias. We are dry. High pressure in place across the northeast. That's going to mean more of a south-southwest flow and push those temperatures up. I think we peak with heat likely Wednesday and Thursday. That's going to be in the middle 80s there. So really cranking it up. AC getting a workout by the middle of the week.
And barely clouds till this weekend. All right.
Nothing.
Thank you, James. And thank you for watching us here at Sunrise. CBS Mornings coming your way next. We'll see you back here in 30 minutes. Enjoy your Memorial Day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.